Welcome, I'm Lloyd, and this is the Dressing Gown Diary preview of round 2 of the 2020 Six Nations. What an epic weekend we had last weekend, but this is where it gets down and dirty. Dreams can be made, or wooden spoons can be found. So we kick off with Ireland and Wales. Ireland started very conservatively last weekend with Farrell in his first game in charge, but as you'd expect, he didn't take risks, but he got the win against Scotland, against the run of play, but that's all that counts. It was the W. Ireland have now won 16 out of 17 tests at the Aviva. The only black mark on that is the loss to England, when England really did pummel them. However, Robbie Henshaw, he's come in. It's a steady lineup. It's nothing too expansive. And I think what we're seeing from Farrell here is he's just looking to go through the phases, make sure that Ireland don't give anything away. They're not going to be too expansive. Wales, they're looking for their 9th victory in a row in the Six Nations. This would equal their best ever record. Nick Tompkins, or as he's now known as Neil within the squad. This came about, it came out in the press this week. Alwyn Jones was at the captain's launch of the Six Nations, having a chat with Owen Farrell. He goes, I tell you what, that Neil guy's a good lad. Owen Farrell looks at him like, what? What are you talking about, Neil? Oh, you play with him at Saracens. Neil? Oh, you mean Nick? Of course, he went back and he's now become Neil. Still, Wales have done exceptionally well picking him up. He is a great player at centre and he moves straight into the starting lineup, having excelled on his debut last weekend. Wales also have an abundance of 9s. England would snap their hand off to pretty much pick any of them. Rhys Webb is out of the 23, doesn't even make it. Performed reasonably well last weekend, got a standing ovation or a round of applause from the Millennium Principality, as it's now known, stadium. It was good to see him back in a Welsh shirt, but he's probably carrying a few too many excess pounds. He's lived well in Toulon. The Mediterranean life has suited him, but not if he's got to play international rugby. Still, Wales look like a good outfit. Pivac has done well. Slight change of game plan, which I talked about in the previous Dressing Gown Diary, so I won't dwell on that. But I'm excited to see this game. It is in appalling conditions, the way the forecast look, so it probably will be tight, and it's either side by 1 score, no more. Scotland, they are looking to retain the Calcutta Cup for the 3rd year. All those England fans out there that bemoan how crap Scotland are, let's just remember last time we went up to Murrayfield, England lost and only managed a draw from 31-0 up in last year's Six Nations. Hastings looks strong at 10. Finn Russell, he might be an exceptional player, but he doesn't get a look in. Still out of the squad for going out and boozing. What can you do? He likes a drink. But England have made 5 changes. Willie Hines come in. I think Eddie Jones has finally seen enough of Ben Young's throwing it out to the touchline again. He did it against in the World Cup final. He did it again at the weekend. Had enough. You are gone. He is out of it. I'm still surprised to see Curry at 8. I don't think that's a good move. He's a great flanker. Why is he wasted at 8? You need a ball carrier there who can hit it up. Eddie Jones again has got involved in this niggle this weekend. He's talking about how there's a niggle with Scotland. Niggle, 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 niggle. Gregor Townsend, absolute professional, sat there in the press conference and just talks about, yeah, England are a great side. You know, they got to a World Cup final. They've won Grand Slams. They've won Six Nations and all these things. He doesn't talk about them in a negative way. Eddie Jones gives the opposition immediate fuel to their fire in their belly. We know that Scotland are going to get very excited this weekend. Of course they want to beat England. You'll hear the bagpipes will be blowing. There'll be lots of the proclaimers. And I'll come on. When I know I'm going to be the man who wakes up next to you. There'll be lots of this. They'll be firing up. Right at the bees! All of this. And why are you doing it, Eddie? Why did you give them the opportunity? Scotland do hold the Calcutta Cup. England have lost 5 out of 7 away games. England are targeted as favourites, but I can't see it. Sadly, I don't have the boys with me tonight to help me with the Dressing Gown Diary, but Freddie's flutter this weekend is actually back Scotland straight. No handicap. I can see England tripping themselves up here. They believe some of the hype off the World Cup. Yes, the England fans will be expecting a rebound, but I can see Scotland, who were a little unlucky against Ireland, coming through against this one. So Freddie's flutter is back Scotland straight. The last game of the weekend on Sunday sees Italy travel to Paris in the continental game. I mean, France will be looking to literally smash them into next week. Clearly very hyper after the win on Sunday last week against England. Italy in for hard yards. While they lost 42-0 against Wales, there were some signs of improvement, but they're going to have to do exceptionally well to get anywhere near France at all, because France look like they've got their tails up. So it's an exciting weekend. Anyway, look, this is the Dressing Gown Diary over and out. I do hope you enjoy your 6 halves of rugby over the weekend. Thank you very much.